Another day, another safety tips. Question 1. What do you believe is the role of a safety officer in the workplace? Answer. I believe that the role of a safety officer in the workplace is to identify and mitigate potential hazards, enforce safety protocols and procedures, and provide training and resources to employees to help them stay safe on the job. A safety officer is also responsible for conducting investigations into incidents and accidents and developing and implementing emergency response plans. Question 2. Can you describe your experience as a safety officer? Answer. I have been working in the field of occupational health and safety for the past X years and have gained a wide range of experience in various industries. In my previous role as a safety officer, I was responsible for conducting safety audits, identifying and correcting hazards, and implementing safety procedures. I have also provided training to employees on how to properly use safety equipment and how to stay safe on the job. In addition, I have experience with incident investigations and have developed and implemented emergency response plans. Question 3. What do you believe is the most important aspect of being a safety officer? Answer. I believe that the most important aspect of being a safety officer is the ability to identify and mitigate potential hazards in the workplace. This involves staying up to date with safety regulations and guidelines and using that knowledge to assess the work environment and identify any potential risks. It also involves working closely with employees to ensure that they understand and follow safety protocols and procedures. Question 4. How will you handle a situation where an employee is not following safety procedures? Answer. In a situation where an employee is not following safety procedures, I would first approach the individual privately and discuss the issue with him, her. I would try to understand why she is not following the protocols and work with him, her to find a solution. If the issue is not resolved and the employee continues to not follow safety protocols, I would escalate the matter to my supervisor. I believe it is important to address safety concerns promptly to prevent accidents and injuries in the workplace. Question 5. How will you address safety concerns raised by employees? Answer. When addressing safety concerns raised by employees, I will take their concerns seriously and work to find a solution as quickly as possible. This may involve conducting a hazard assessment, implementing additional training or resources, or making changes to the work environment. I will also keep the affected employee informed of the steps being taken to address their concern and follow up to ensure that the issue has been resolved. Question 6. How will you handle a situation where a safety concern is raised by a temporary worker or contractor? Answer. In a situation where a safety concern is raised by a temporary worker or contractor, I would handle it in the same way that I would handle a concern raised by a permanent employee. This involves taking the concern seriously, conducting a hazard assessment, and implementing appropriate measures to address the issue. I would also keep the affected individual informed of the steps being taken to address their concern and follow up to ensure that the issue has been resolved. Question 7. As a safety officer, how will you handle a situation where there is a lack of resources for implementing safety measures? Answer. In a situation where there is a lack of resources for implementing safety measures, I would first assess the severity of the hazard and prioritize the implementation of measures based on the level of risk. I would then work with management to identify potential solutions, such as seeking additional funding or finding alternative resources. It is important to communicate the importance of safety to management and work together to find a solution that ensures the safety of all employees. Question 8. How will you handle a situation where there is a conflict between productivity and safety? Answer. In a situation where there is a conflict between productivity and safety, as a safety officer, I would always prioritize safety. I will work with management and employees to find solutions that ensure that safety protocols are being followed without sacrificing productivity. This may involve finding more efficient ways of working or implementing additional training or resources to help employees work safely and efficiently. Question 9. How would you balance the need for safety with the need for productivity in the workplace? Answer. I believe I can balance the need for safety with the need for productivity in the workplace by considering both factors in all of my decision making and planning. This may involve implementing controls or procedures that increase safety without compromising productivity, or finding ways to increase productivity while maintaining an acceptable level of risk. As a safety officer, I would make sure to communicate with workers and management about the importance of both safety and productivity, and to involve them in finding solutions that meet both needs. By finding a balance between safety and productivity, I believe a safety officer can help to create a safe and efficient work environment. Question 10. How will you handle a situation where there is a language barrier with employees and safety protocols need to be communicated? Answer. In a situation where there is a language barrier with employees and safety protocols need to be communicated, I would use a variety of methods to ensure that the information is understood. This may include using visual aids, working with a translator, or providing written materials in the appropriate language. I would also make sure to allow for additional time for questions and clarification to ensure that the information is understood. Thanks for watching.